Rui Manuel César Costa, ôij, is a Portuguese retired footballer, former director of football for SL Benfica, and currently one of the councilors for Sport Lisboa Benfica Futebol, SAD. Costa played as an attacking midfielder but was also capable of playing as a deep-line playmaker, and was renowned for his fine technique, great vision and excellent passing, and is now regarded as one of the greatest midfielders of his generation. In 2004, he was named by Pelé in the FIFA 100, as one of the 125 greatest living football players. Nicknamed the Maestro, Costa spent the majority of his career with Benfica in Portugal and Fiorentina and AC Milan in Italy. In a top-flight career spanning 17 years, he won several trophies including one Primeira Liga title, one Portuguese Cup, one Serie A title, 3 Italian Cups, one UEFA Champions League title and one UEFA Super Cup. A Portuguese international, Costa amassed 94 caps and scored 26 goals for a Seleção ๊ʁuj and represented the country in 3 UEFA European Championships and 1 FIFA World Cup. Club career, Benfica. At the age of 5, Costa joined the infant indoor football team of Imaginação Clube. Costa tried his luck at Benfica. Within 10 minutes of training, Portugal legend user copyright bio, who was supervising the youngsters, was impressed with Costa's skills. Up until 1990, Costa played for Benfica's youth squads. In his first full season he was loaned to AD Faith on a season-long deal. In 1991, after the Under-21 World Cup, which Portugal won after a penalty kick scored by Costa, he returned to Benfica. In his first full season with Benfica, he was featured regularly in Benfica's team. In his next 2 seasons, his role in the team would prove to be pivotal as Benfica captured 2 trophies. He formed a formidable midfield partnership with João Vieira Pinto. During his last 2 seasons with Benfica in his first spell with the club, he won the Cup of Portugal in 1993 and the Portuguese First Division title in 1993 Euro 94. This would be Benfica's last league title for 11 years. AC Fiorentina. At the end of his 3rd season in Benfica's senior squad, Fiorentina offered 1,200 million escudos for the young midfielder, an impressive salary at the time. Since Benfica was struggling with financial problems, Rui Costa had to leave. Despite the heavy competition with the best midfielders in that time such as Zinedine Zidane, Costa was named the best number 10 player in the Serie A a few times. His departure from Fiorentina was discussed every season, since many clubs constantly showed interest in signing him. However, he only left when Fiorentina went bankrupt after the 2001 Euro 02 season. AC Milan. Futebol was the coach of Fiorentina in the 2000 Euro 01 season. When he was leaving Fiorentina for Milan, he took Costa with him, paying a reported £30 million for the player. In doing so, Costa became Milan's most expensive transfer of all time. Costa played 5 seasons in Milan, where he won 1 Serie A title, 1 Italian Cup, 1 Italian Super Cup, 1 UEFA Champions League, and 1 European Super Cup. In 2003, Brazilian youngster Kaká joined the ranks at Milan and relegated Costa to the bench. In 2004, Costa played his last match for the Portuguese squad at the UEFA Euro 2004 final, when Portugal lost to underdogs Greece 1 Euro 0 in what was considered a titanic upset. Benfica. On May 25, 2006, Costa's return to Benfica to play in the upcoming season was announced in a press conference. He had been released from Milan after both the player and the club reached an agreement to end his contract. Costa also gave up his €4.6 million per year contract to play in the club that, year after year, had dreamt of his return. His return saw former Benfica and Portugal international user copyright bio praise Costa's return. Costa's first game back saw him start in a 2006 Euro 07 UEFA Champions League qualifier against FK Austria win in August 2006. The return leg saw Costa score in his return to the Estadio da Luz on 21 minutes. Benfica would go on to win 3 Euro 0 and clinch a place in the group stages of the UEFA Champions League. Following the start of the season, Costa would suffer a serious injury which would keep him out of action for 3 months. Costa returned in January 2007, in a tour section at a Portugal fourth-round tie against Oliveira do Bairro SC. Following his return, he was used as a regular in Benfica's starting 11 under Fernando Santos. His first season would see Benfica finish behind FC Porto and Sporting Camp in the Primeira Liga. In other competitions that Benfica participated in, they would be eliminated in the round of 16 in the tour section at a Portugal and bow out of the UEFA Cup against RCD Espanol. Prior to start of the 2007 Euro 08 Primeira Liga, Costa would announce that the 2007 Euro 08 season would be his last as a professional. Despite the sacking of Fernando Santos at the beginning of the league campaign, Costa would remain a first-team regular under Jose Antonio Camacho. The first game of the season saw Costa be decisive in Benfica reaching the Champions League group stage. He scored 2 goals in a qualifier against FC Copenhagen in the first leg. He would also play an important part in the second leg where Benfica defeated the Danish side 1-0 away from home to seal Benfica's third consecutive presence in the group stage. Costa would score his first league goal since his return to Benfica against CD Nacional in September 2007. His displays in the league would earn him the SJPF Player of the Month award for September 2007. Following qualification to the group stage, Benfica was drawn against Costa's former club AC Milan. The inaugural game of the group stage in September 2007 saw Benfica take on the Rossoneri at the San Siro where the Milan outfit defeated Benfica 2-1. The return fixture on match day 5 would see Milan visit the Estadio da Luz where both teams left the game with a point following a 1-1 draw. Benfica would exit the competition in third place behind Milan and Celtic FC where they directly entered into knockout stages of the UEFA Cup. In the new year, Benfica dropped various points along their campaign to Acada copyright Mica, Braga, Porto, Sporting and Unia Poundo de Luria which effectively dropped them out of the title race. Their failure to compete for the title resulted in Benfica setting their priorities to capture third place which secured a UEFA Champions League qualification. Benfica would fail to capture third place which would go to newly promoted Vita Clube Rio de Guimarães Pounders. Benfica would also drop out of the round of 16 of the UEFA Cup to Spanish side Getafe CF under Costa's captaincy. Benfica would also fall short in the 2007 Euro 08 tour section at Portugal where they lost to Sporting in the semi-finals despite Costa scoring in a game which ended 5-3. Costa played his last game on May 11, 2008 at the Estadio da Luz against Vita Clube Rio de Setúbal. He was substituted in the 86th minute to a standing ovation from the spectators. Rui Costa would go down in history as one of the most underrated players of that generation, and was seen as a role model due to his cool temperament. International career: Rui Costa was a member of Portugal's most consistent years at senior level as the team reached the quarter-finals of Euro 1996, the semi-finals of Euro 2000, and the final of Euro 2004. Costa was especially instrumental in helping Portugal reach the 2004 final on home soil, scoring a screamer of a goal at his beloved Estadio da Luz against England in the quarter-final match, and the sight of a distraught Rui Costa at the end of the heartbreaking 1-0 defeat to Greece is one of the enduring images of the tournament. Costa also took part in the 2002 World Cup in Japan and South Korea, scoring Portugal's winning goal and their 4-0 win over Poland. The only time in his career that Costa was sent off was in an international game against Germany. Despite being principally a provider, Costa chipped in with a highly impressive 26 goals in 94 games. Golden Generation: in the summer of 1991 his displays at FIFA had impressed Portugal under-21 coach Carlos Queiroz so much that he was called up to the team to represent Portugal in the World Youth Cup. The Portuguese under-20 national team won a World Youth Championship in 1991. His clinching penalty kick against Brazil in the final helped win the title on home soil and announced Costa as one of the brightest members of what would become known as the Euro Golden Generation. With their success at youth level, much was expected of the Portuguese national team at senior level. However, they did not win a major international tournament at senior level. Despite not winning any major international titles, they managed to bring Portugal to their finest moments since the days of the legendary user copyright bio in the 1960s. International goals, director career. On the following day after his final professional game, Costa was presented as the new director of football, hiring Quixar Nchez Flores as the new manager of Benfica and being responsible for the formation of the team in the next season. During the 2008 summer transfer window, Costa was able already as director of football to sign a few well-known players, such as Argentine playmaker Pablo Aimar, and bringing in Spanish winger Jose copyright Antonio Reyes and Honduran striker David Suazu in on loan, thus gaining general praise from both board and fans alike. On the following summer, Costa further increased his efforts to build a more strengthened Benfica team following a disappointing league campaign in the previous season. He would make several high-profile signings such as Argentinian striker Javier Xavier, Brazilian attacking midfielder Ramirez and Spanish defensive midfielder João Garcia, along with experienced Portuguese manager Jorge Jesus. His major signings were proved to be successful as Benfica would win the Primeira Liga in the 2009 Euro 10 season for the first time in 5 years. Benfica would also win the Tour Section da Liga in the same season, defeating rivals FC Porto in the final. Career statistics. Honours, Club, Benfica, Tour Section de Portugal, 1992 Euro 93, Primeira Liga, 1993 Euro 94, Fiorentina, Coppa Italia, 1995 Euro 96, 2000 Euro 01, Supercoppa Italiana, 1996, Milan, Serie A, 2003 Euro 04, Coppa Italia, 2002 Euro 03, Supercoppa Italiana, 2004, UEFA Champions League, 2002 Euro 03, UEFA Super Cup, 2003, Portugal, UEFA Under-18 Championship, runner-up, 1990, FIFA U20 World Cup. 1991, Toulon Tournament, 1992, European Under-21 Football Championship, runner-up, 1994, UEFA European Football Championship, runner-up, 2004, third place, 2000, individual, Toulon Tournament Best Player, 1992, Toulon Tournament Top Scorer, 1992, UEFA European Championship Teams of the Tournament, 1996, 2000, FIFA 100, SJPF Player of the Month, September 2007, Benfica Player of the Year, 2007, references. External links, Rui Costa Portugal Profile, Rui Costa's Stats and Profile, Rui Costa's unofficial website, Rui Costa's Career Retrospective, UEFA Bio.